Namaskara. I am Srinath Madhur, working with Karnataka Health Promotion Trust as its Director, Capacity Building Initiatives. Let me take you through a journey of capacity building initiative that we undertook in the Bagalkot demonstration project. I will share with you the rationale, the approach we took, the process, and some of the challenges and learnings. In 2002, we did not have enough human or institutional resources to deal with HIV epidemic in Bagalkot. Post-recruitment, our task was to immediately begin the process of capacity building. The team was fresh, new, young, and locally rooted, and very eager to take on the task. Since we were trying to build on the local human resources that would carry on the project beyond the scope of ICHAP, our trainings had to address three critical components: knowledge, skills, and attitudes. Some of the areas that we had to address were: firstly, the knowledge about HIV had to be strengthened. Secondly, they had to, within the scope of HIV, understand the needs, the concerns of the populations that they are going to work with, that is, those at risk and vulnerable, including people living with HIV and sex workers. In relation to their ability to deliver and implement quality programs, we needed to enhance their competencies in many areas related to community mobilization, interpersonal communication skills, counseling, and the ability to motivate people to seek treatment for STIs and those people who wanted to know about their status to the VCTCs and prevention of parent-to-child transmission. In addition, have the skills to do village level advocacy, networking with like-minded organizations and partners. Within this, they had to understand and engage with structural issues such as gender and social inequity. Finally, with regard to team building, we needed to strengthen the team cohesion and the self-confidence of each of these members. Now, coming to the approach, with the expectation to deliver high quality programs, we had to be strategic in our approach. We began by understanding the different roles each of the program implementers, from the link workers to the project coordinators. At this point in time, we, along with KSAPs, had just completed a statewide training needs assessment. The findings clearly spelled out gaps in knowledge, attitude, practices, and skills. Poor knowledge regarding HIV, STIs, syndromic case management, outreach communication skills, counseling skills, etc. was evidenced in majority of the grassroots level outreach workers. Similar findings were also found among government healthcare functionaries. The training needs assessment findings suggested that there was an immediate need to develop supportive capacity building systems, including monitoring as well as evaluation systems. Based on the findings, our capacity building approach for Bagalkot program implementers had to be holistic. Hence, a plan had to be both short-term as well as long-term. Even if we understood their needs and initiated the capacity building process, we realized that unless the trainings were followed up by reinforcing the learnings in actual field situations, the capacity building process will not yield the results that we were looking for. Hence, the need to strengthen supportive supervision emerged. This is where the role of supervisors had to be cut out. A range of products or tools were used to deliver these activities. It included field visits, seminars, review meetings, exposure visits, on-site handholdings, and many such mechanisms were used. Now, how did we go about addressing the many challenges that we faced? One of the very important challenges initially that we faced was there was no prescribed model of capacity building for rural interventions available at that point in time. This was, in a way, an opportunity to construct a new model from the beginning. Now, How did we operationalize these trainings? Well, the first year trainings, given all these imperatives and challenges, we adapted a phased approach. In the first phase, our concern was to get the core project team truly well informed and empowered. The link workers and supervisors underwent nearly 24 and 30 days of training. The process was based on the principles of adult learning. Our implementers came from different backgrounds, varied educational capacities. Definitely, they were not completely a homogeneous group. Hence, our approach was to first embark on conducting an induction training, which primarily looked at building perspectives around HIV and AIDS and the need for the program itself. It explored their understanding about the vulnerable and the infected population. To do this successfully, we had to help the participants feel the process of learning. Hence, these trainings had to be interactive. Live experiences were shared. Exposure visits to care and support services was an integral component of this training. The induction training explored the role of the link workers with that of their counterparts and other project implementers. The intention was to lay a strong foundation for them to begin work.
The link workers recollect how the induction training provided to be the turning point for many of them. While the project had handpicked them as the right person for the job, they found that they were experiencing tremendous self-doubt and apprehension. Mahadevi Angadi from Bagalkot shares her experiences about it.
I was asked to attend orientation training after my selection. The training was organized in Mujkhandi. I felt nervous about the training. They exhibited a few pictures that highlighted concerns related to sex and sexual matters. I listed out all the obscene words during the training. I was not comfortable with those words. They exhibited Nirod. It was the first time I saw a condom in my life. I was looking down during the training. I was regretting my decision to attend the training. I was worried about how to approach people in the field and what they would think of me. We were told about what is sex, what is safe sex, how to have safe sex. They showed a chart. We had a group discussion after the training. My supervisor later called me and inquired about whether the training helped me. I told the supervisor that I could not do this job. It is too difficult and we cannot do it. He advised me that there is nothing in the world that is easy to achieve.
Later, we learned to do this work, and for that, skill building training workshops like Stepping Stone helped me a lot.
After the induction training, the link workers were in the field doing house-to-house survey and understanding their field, introducing themselves and their work to the community.
The process of household survey created its own set of challenges. To begin with, they had to master the art of doing the survey. Let us hear from Macha.
ಹೌಸ್ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ತುಂಬುವ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತರಬೇತಿಯೊಂದನ್ನು ಮುಚ್ಚಗಂಡಿ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯೋಜಿಸಲಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಈ ಒಂದು ತರಬೇತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿದ್ದೆ. ಈ ತರಬೇತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ತುಂಬಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತರಬೇತಿಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆದುಕೊಂಡೆವು. ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ತುಂಬುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತೆ ಜನರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಭರವಸೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬಾರದೆಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ನೀಡಿದ್ದರು. ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟನ್ನು ತುಂಬುವುದು ಮೊದಲು ಕಷ್ಟಕರವೆನಿಸಿದರೂ ಕೂಡ ನಂತರದ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೊಂದು ಆಸಕ್ತಿದಾಯಕ ಕೆಲಸವೆಂದು ಅನಿಸಿತು. ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಇದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಮನೆ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ತುಂಬುವುದನ್ನು ಕಲಿತೆವು, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಜನರಿಂದ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಪಡೆದೆವು.
The link workers realized that dealing with the issue of HIV was not an easy task. If the larger community had to accept HIV and respond, they had to first accept its messengers. Link workers initially had to face the problem of social acceptance. For example, since some of the female link workers belonged to lower classes of the society, they had to overcome their own fears of speaking to higher caste women. There were a number of challenges that the link workers came back with. At this juncture, Stepping Stones, a process-oriented behavior change tool that deals with many aspects of people's lives and covers a wide range of issues which may be either directly or indirectly related to HIV and AIDS, was chosen for implementation in Bagalkot. This tool had been successfully used in Africa and some parts of India too. Stepping Stones is a training and education process that involves working with people over a period of 12 to 18 weeks. During this time, they undergo a process of group exploration, develop the ability to look critically at the societal norms and values influencing their own attitudes and behaviors. They then identify ways in which these attitudes and behaviors may need to be changed in order to protect themselves and others from HIV and associated risks, and to bring about more general life changes and improvements, such as improved communication with partners and children, more understanding and caring for others, and self-respect.
It is significant that even more than the women, the men realized the challenge of changing their attitude.